the way that poem was written. It was written in heat in May of 2006. I was down in the Eastern Market during the midweek. It was pretty empty. And I was standing on the Alfred Street Bridge and had been down in the DeQuinder Cut watching the graffiti artists, amongst them, watching them do their work. And I crawled up and there was this old man that was just standing there in some sort of, I don't know, haze. And his name was Sam. So I do mention him in the poem. And I stood with him on the bridge and I asked him about his life. And so he was the one that really became the fire voice inside this poem. I had an immediate feeling when I saw these two men that I wanted them to collaborate on this poem. Immediate good vibe feeling. So I approached Brett, asked him.
We were all about, working with him, and he just said, I don't even know where to start. And we were just on the other side of it, knowing that we work with a lot of talented producers and artists in the area, and we just knew Eddie would be fully capable for taking the vision that Ken had of what this song could be and just really, get it out.
When you came in to meet with our first meeting with this sit down, it was, I didn't know what to expect, but the vibe seemed to be there, and I thought, okay, this can work, whatever. I don't know why, but I'm on board. I don't know what it is we're exactly doing, but I trust the collaboration, and let's do it.
It is in motion.
And it came out, and it came out well. I didn't want to overproduce it or go, too far and make it do too much with the beat. I really want to make it about the poem and leave a lot of room open for just the words and that vibe, and just kind of have the music be the backdrop and get the best performance. $48 for just that's gonna be
right. Or it could be, split up, and there could be something in between that, or have the break and then
or do it 24. Break, come back with the other. Very, very natural vibe, even from laying down the bass line stuff to just arrangement of the track. It was very, seamless. It was, you didn't really run into a lot of snags or anything. No. It was pretty, it's pretty straightforward.
I think that's 4 right there. And so so that should be 4 in each of those. So like at like Black Stars, that would be like you're just gonna be speaking.
I'm just gonna do this. I could probably better read it from my book.
Maybe break it out like that.
Rap amplifies things because I'm speaking it, and how can I speak it in a way that's it's declarative, it's strong, there's power in it, and just taking what Ken wrote and just making it so much bigger, because it should be big. And I think for me that's how it came across. So once I figured out what I wanted to add to it, how I wanted to amplify it, it just, like Eddie said, it fell into place. I took the liberty to just kind of X that out. Take that word out. But it's a beautiful piece, and I wouldn't be able to take any of those liberties without that foundation. So it was awesome. I think the first 2 stanzas should just be almost like spoken word style, and then it'll go into the rhythm.
Got the ones born in music and the ones lost in life. They are the ones whose voices go on. One debate, like a melody.
Let's get some doubles first.
Like slanted, like a guitar string, to the wreckage of the viaduct. He and I, not alone, never alone. He shouts at no one. Never alone. He shouts at no one.
I mean, Brett, he has a spoken word background. I think the last stanza is just extremely exclamatory, and it's very. I could hear him doing that better than I could, and then so process elimination left me second, and we
You're
went
like the glue on it. You're like the hook,
Yeah.
the chorus.
It is.
the anthem.
do what I can.
When Brian, we gathered together at the recording session, Brian had rewritten the second stanza. The stanzas are Whitman-esque, they're long lines, and Brian had written it down so that it would conform to the way he was beginning to listen and hear, which impressed the hell out of me.
Now we're the chimney stacks and all the young festoon girls, portable young things, ready to submit to anything that'll guide them, Guiding them the rolling black stars skip across the sidewalks, across the street.
Ken wrote, was inspired by John Lee Hooker. We were inspired by Ken. Eddie's inspired by us, and so it's like you just have this crazy, remastering of one piece, which I don't think you have to have the right components to do that.
It's very hip hop that way, It's very like true school, like just kind of a cool thing with that,
I just think it's another component in a way to express, literature. Making it so we're taking this and we made it an audio track, and then we're going to do a live performance. So that's going to involve some theatrics. We don't know what that looks like right now, but it's going to be awesome. And so I think we can kind of continue to do this.
Our roots and troops live inside the ashes and underneath the weeds. And he throws his arms up in arrivals and in cataclysmic gestures and in soiled, lathered sweat. Yeah.
Sweat, yeah.
Sweat.
Take like spoken word and poetry and rap and hip hop, and there are times where we kind of we dissect it so much to where we create these barriers, but it's to me it's a lot of it is all the same, and so that's why it was so easy to kind of recreate it and reimagine it. If it was difficult, then it would be hard to splice it, but it was fairly easy to do.
Yeah, it feels like a community of voice now to experience the richness of kindred spirits, people who are crazed with their own fire of creation. For me, I don't learn anything so much as I feel embedded in a family. I love it. It inspires me to continue.
Ladies and gentlemen of the cornucopias of litter trash, of forgotten auto hulks, never mentioned, of slaughtered animals glazed in blood, of the wantonness of soil floors, the knife blades, the live ribs. I want to tell you what the bookie chillin', John Lee's king, yours and mine, because they are the ones born in music, the ones lost in light, and they are the ones whose voices go on.